somehow connected to my last novel, which is English title, let's say, And Love Itself. It is quoted from Byron, from one poem. And it's a novel about Slovenian, or if you want, European history in 20th century. Many disillusionments. So it was a century of ideologies which somehow struck or hurt many people in Europe with different ideologies, nationalisms, etc. And in my small country, it was a German occupation, uprising from partisans. And in this heavy situation, many people were involved. It is actually a story about love and war. Maribor is the city where I was born, and I was born after the war. But the World War World War II, was actually part of my life, because I was all my youth I was listening heavy stories from this war, and I saw how everybody was actually somehow affected with this war. But of course, I'm writing literature, not history. It's a history of personal stories, how they survive, if they survive, what happened to him, how two big ideologies were stronger than human life or love. So everything, love conquered all, as we used to say, but except the war. The history is always matter of events. Somebody was stronger, somebody was weaker, somebody won, and the history is actually written. But the history of unknown people who were involved in this event, nobody, or there were some books, or many books actually, which were writing about this, but literature is not history. Literature is history of personal feelings about beauty and anger and passion and everything else, which is not written in history books. History books is about events, about why something started and how it finished, and with the events in meantime. But it's not a history of human life, of human feelings, etc., and even not about the beauty. I have I've read one, because we are talking for a Chinese audience. I've read one Confucius sentence, which is maybe famous in China, not so much in my country, that everything is beauty, but not everybody can see it. And this is literature. This is matter of literature. So my troubles with the power of the people on the power was connected to the war, because they were about some unusual and terrible events which happened after the war. I was curious. I brought some book, and they sentenced me. It was not so terrible experience for me, because I was only short time in a prison. Then I was pardoned, but I met the people that I would never meet in my life. They were interesting. There were many of them as criminals. They were very interesting character. I started a book also there, which was later published, and that was my experience with the people, as I said, I would never meet. So that was not so. I came out without a feeling of revenge or anger, etc. I started again. I published some books, some historical books, and after a while, I was, let's say, established author, and it was easier for me. That is a fragment from my life, but it's many times ago.